Welcome back, everybody. I am APH, and wow, did our beavers ever have an amazing season. They completely knocked out that section of the aqueduct. Absolutely amazing. We've got some issues that we've got to address. One of which is we are lacking some beavers pretty heavy. And it has to do with whatever change they made in the last patch to the breeding pods. So we've got some issues, but that's okay. I'm hoping that this actually kind of maintains, because we're up to 268 beeves, and a lot of them are actual children. So I'm hoping that that kind of levels out. What is causing is we have a lot of things that are actually kind of out of sorts. And as I said, I'm hoping that that kind of sorts itself out. Good news is, if they can knock out this section of the aqueduct in one season, so we're cycle 18, so I'm hoping by cycle 19, this next section can be done. And to kind of help our beavers get there, I think what we need is a little bit of a spot right here, and then bring this kind of up to the same height so that we can extend our road over. And we probably have to up the priority of just this one row so that our beavers have kind of a little bit of a easier route coming over this way. I want them to work on this before working on the actual rest, because I want to get up to this point in between, as I said, in between cycle 18 and cycle 19. Next thing on the docket list, we need explosives. And the only spot that I can think of that would be good for explosives, let's pause all of these so they can start emptying all the planks out of it. The only place that I can think of that would be good for explosives is right here. And so we're going to give this a second for all the haulers to kind of fill up our storage over here. And we're also going to mark this for explosives for the future. Now for explosives, we'll need a paper factory, which is pretty standard. We've got gears and we've got planks. We should probably... Yeah, we've got no gears over here. So let's put our gear factory back into commission. Make a couple of gears. And then we are going to need for the actual explosives factory some metal. Which is okay, because we need metal for our statues anyways. And we've got 81 metal blocks, and we're going to go into the actual rainy season, so we're going to be producing more anyways. Ooh, we made a mistake and left the shredder going last cycle off of these two beavers. That is a shame. That is a shame. All right, let's direct our add our route for our metal. And there we go. So as soon as these empty out, we're going to go ahead and switch them over to a paper plant and an explosives factory for the future. And let's kind of go over some quick things as to part of why I'm doing things the way I am, because I've got a few questions about why I haven't placed certain things. So first off, the monument. We can unlock it, and we can kind of get a kind of first look at it. We can't build it yet. It looks fairly cool by kind of the blueprint that you can see, the kind of green screen. It's 3x3. Takes 600 horsepower. That is equivalent to 3 engines. So just kind of keeping a little bit of a task here. If we build the tribute, it's 3 engines. We go over to the leisure and we build the carousel. We're up to 5 engines. We go to, I believe it's wood, and we pick up the paper mill and the printing press. We'll unlock it since we have the points. And so we pick up those, and we're now a little bit over 6 engines. And just to kind of give you guys a perspective, this area right here is enough to maintain 4 engines. Now, that would mean that we would have to expand this much out somewhere over here to get probably enough for this district to maintain 6 engines to maintain it, plus the actual footprint that the engines would take. Versus it would probably take somewhere around 8 water wheels. So we'd need six engines for this district, 6 engines for this district, and 6 engines for this district, plus any additional districts that we have all the way up here. So the long-term plan is to cut a second row next to the aqueduct for water wheels. And then at the source, actually allow water to be, in times of drought, to be dumped into that trough and feed the water all the way down. In hopes that actually maintains. All right, let's take a look. Still has some planks. This one does not. Let's get rid of that one. This one does not. Let's get rid of that one. And this one has 4 planks, and this one has 1. We'll let them clear out a little bit further before we do anything. This area over here, we can probably pause this during the rainy season, and we can probably pause this one during the rainy season. Try to get some of these buildings that are lacking workers going a little bit better. All right, over here, this area looks good. This area looks good. We've got, lacking a worker. That's to be expected. Let's get a few more maples over here. And we'll get a few more maples up here. Good news is this area is producing a ton of actual wood, which is what's actually pushing this up here. And we're importing the needed planks. Bad news is this area is not quite as sustainable as what I'd like. And I think to get there, we need to give some love on this side. So let's in our actual levies. Weird bit of lag there. The game... All right, so I got to ask a question of, is the game going to be playable later on? And the answer is, I believe so. I should, and I'm putting a huge emphasis on this, I should be able to play the game up to about 1,000 beavers. And we're only coming up on, I believe it's, 175. So the game should be playable for a while. So we want to cut this out, and then we want to use explosives to bring it down to that same depth. Let's get a walkway across here. And as soon as this is in, we want to destroy this actual reservoir. I want this to happen actually sooner than later, because what's happening during the dry season is I'm running into issues where the pumps shut off and it actually stops filling my reservoir. So I want a bigger trough. That's what my mouth is trying to say. But it has a hard time getting words out. I suffer in that. I suffer in that aspect. That's for sure. Let's clear out this planting area right here. Not with that. Let's do it over here. Let's clear the planting area. What I noticed is these blueberries should be spreading, and they're not. And I think they're not spreading because it's marked, which is causing them not to. So I'm hoping I'm wrong there, but I've got a feeling that's the cause. Ooh, and we're day 3, and we have the next mark that the next cycle is starting. All right, taking a look over here. We're still lacking spuds, but it looks like they might be catching up. So to go with that, we cleared out our carrots right here, which are still in amazing shape. Let's go ahead and plant some potatoes over here. I don't know that we need no employed beavers in the area. This is going to be an absolute episode of me grumbling about that. We want an actual grill over here once these are fully employed. Hey, we've got 4 unemployed beeves. One and one. Only one more plank. I'm okay losing the logs. I just need you haulers to take them and go. Please? Oh, hey, look at that. We've got our next statue down, and this one is starting to build. So we're getting there. Look at this. They are just absolutely making some headway here. They'll probably finish building this before they start back over here because I prioritized that up. So both of them are prioritized. Got 5 areas that are lacking workers. Let's see where they are really quick and just make sure that there's nothing important. Bakery's huge. Let's do something. Yeah, let's do this. And what did that do for us? Buildings lacking workers 2. One of which was the actual spot. And if we do the same over here. Now we just have buildings lacking workers 1. All right, I'm okay with that. That will kind of be our fix for the moment. All right. Can we eliminate this one? Yes. And can we eliminate that one? Yes. That leaves us down to placing in the paper mill and the actual explosives factory. Now the reason that we're going with this, yeah, we've made it to cycle 18 without doing any major projects, like any major demolition projects. That is, we're building an actual aqueduct to go to the heavens, but we haven't done any major things like this. I want to fix this so it's potatoes. And I want to get away from things like these. I want to actually make these look a little proper. If I can use 4 extra spots by fixing these, I want to do that. But I digress. Let's put that explosives factory in. I don't think we need to prioritize those up, because I think they'll take care of themselves. Now, we are at a solid 12 for our needs, which means that everybody's pretty much getting the beaver statue and the roof and the shrubs and the monuments, the temples, all that stuff. So we're down to books, which we talked about, the carousel and the last tribute there. And then I've got this burning suspicion that we've got to add in the campfire and the rooftop terrace at some point in time. But that's kind of a low priority on my actual list of things to do. All right, we've got 5 unemployed beefs. They are 4 in this district and 1 in a different district. So this is promising. And what we were going to want to do as the episode progresses is watch to make sure we're not getting any homeless. As I already built this over here, but I don't want to build more over here or more over in. So I don't want to add anything else onto Padnos or anything else onto the actual Maple Grove for right now, because there are a bigger fish to fry kind of going forward. We need 2 lumberjacks over here to kind of make this area a little bit more sustainable. And we should probably prioritize that up. That way we can try to get our lumber count in a little bit better shape. Now, for anybody who's looking for a tip or a trick, so my tip of the day, you're going to see that I put the actual drop-off in the distribution post, kind of right near each other. The other part about this is you're going to see that we're only sending logs and planks, and the logs and planks are actually in between. So they're literally grabbing them, running up there. On the way back, grabbing them, bringing them here, because why they've got to bring them to the actual distribution post is beyond me, and then they bring them back up there. So we cannot keep up with the fact that we're harvesting literally hundreds of logs every day. I think I figured it out to be somewhere in the neighborhood of somewhere around 150, 200 logs a day that this area is producing. Maybe even more, because I've heard as much as each lumberjack flag off of maples can be getting about 4 logs per day. So we might be producing as much as 400 logs a day out of this area. And we can't keep up with the demand for over here. Absolutely stupid as we kind of progress. Loving it. All right, next thing on the agenda list. This area, we wanted it to be green, and it's green. It actually looks real nice. We put our actual awning on there. That looks real good. And our drought has started. It's 24 days. We've got a 5,000 water. Not worried about the drought whatsoever. Couldn't care less about that. Buildings lacking worker. We've got 4 unemployed beeves and 2 lumberjacks. That's it. We know what we can do to get that. That way we can start clearing out this area down here, and then we can start replanting. All right, let's plant some maples up in here. Should probably plant some more maples down there too, but at least we'll get maples in here. Hey, our drought has started. Let's go ahead and unpause that. I don't know that we have anywhere else that's paused. Yeah, let's unpause that one. That one's already unpaused. Then I want to watch this area right here because why are you guys not building this? Am I lacking? Am I missing something? I am missing something. Jeez, oh Pete. This is what causes things to fail. You miss one block and all the beavers are like, nope, we're not going to go that way. But that's okay. That's okay. Absolutely fine. We are in good shape. Got some unemployed beeves, which is always amazing. We've got a lot of actual children, which is good. So let's talk about where we're going. So our next district, as I'm hoping in cycle 19, I'm hoping that we're going to start a route here. I'm hoping that we're going to get a district over here. The other thing that I was looking at is over here, we've got what looks like an actual spot for a natural reservoir. And that might mean, as this area is really green, it might mean that we might have to bring a road over here and start creating kind of a natural dam, I guess, a natural, spot over here so that we can divert water over this actual hill down into here, and this can be our next city district. That's my thought, is that we're either going to go this way or we're going to go this way, or both. It may be a situation where we absolutely go both ways. Let's take a look over here. We've got our papers done, and we're missing gears. We've got gears. Why are you guys not moving them? Okay, so we've got gears. We just don't have gears in this district. Let's add a route. Let's actually click on the drop off, not click on the distribution, and let's get some gears moved over. Seems legit, because I want to start blowing away some of this. Let's do this where we clear out anything dead. That way we can, once we blow this up, we can try to expand it. Now this area, if you went back and reviewed where we planted, you're going to notice that this has expanded quite a bit. It actually looks really good compared to it. But we got to fix the areas that aren't affected by this water and this water. And we also want to fix that. I would love to get rid of these 3 and make it so that the actual water dump actually is on ground level. So that's kind of the actual goal here. All right. Do we have any unemployed beefs? We do. We have 1. Let's get our next 2 lumberjacks over here. They will kind of help with our progression. Our lumber's finally going up. It means we're finally starting to produce enough over here to actually maintain, as well as enough over here. We do need to look at some wood storage over here. And what we're going to do is we need that tree to be gone. So let's unmark this area. Let's try that again. I think we need 1 more. Yeah, that should be good. And we're going to start our progression up. And we will have to do kind of this route all the way up to the top. Let's get our road in place. And then we're going to kind of do the same stack as we did over on this side over here. Except for it's just going to be logs on this side. And that way, as this district kind of, you know, pairs with this district over here, we've got our logs stored up because, hey, we're beavers. And what else do we do? So in our storage, we'll go ahead, grab that. Take it right up there. Nice thing is, with it being flat up here, this is actually a building area for the future that we can place something on. And we need to fix this because we're going to need this staircase as an actual walkway here. Now that means we need to bring this around and bring that up to our actual top level there. And once they do that and connect that, we'll fix this one. How are you guys doing on this? It's coming along, which is okay. This area is trapped, so let's go ahead, since this is all... it's all trapped right now. Let's demo that. The good news is it didn't look like it distorted any water other than in the spot where the, like right here. So I don't think we're going to lose any water. But it makes that reservoir a little bit bigger. And we're okay with them finishing that and then working on this. And it's funny. They're actually coming over here and working on this before they're working on this over here, which is really funny to me that they're you know, doing that. We've got 11 unemployed beeves. Wow. All right, that's listed up. Where do we have all of our unemployed beavers? Got 5 over here. Let's slow these down now. We'll go with something about like that. Over here, we've got 4. Let's slow this down. We've got 9 homeless, so we just had a major blow up. And what do we have over here? We've got 2. Okay, let's slow these down. That was absolutely quick and absolutely insane. So I think we have pretty much everything planned out for this episode. I think that's kind of in a good shape. And hey, we've got explosives. And how many do we have? We've got 4 produced. So let's place our first explosive. Just something kind of simple. Let's get that bad boy right there. And then let's get our walkway up this way. So we can start leveling this down to the actual ground that we're going to want it. And let's yeah. Am I placing this in the wrong spot? I am placing this in the wrong spot. We want a water dump right there, so we want it right there. I cannot believe I did that. All right, let's mark that up. We'll let them kind of do their thing. Want to blow that up, and then I think that's pretty much about that for this episode, because I think we're kind of in good shape. I'm real happy with the way our town is coming together. Hey, boom. And with that, we place our water dump. And I think as I said, I think we're in a good place. I'd like to thank you guys for joining. If you like what you saw, consider checking out the channel where we do other survival games. Leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next episode.